Dear learners, I am going to deliberate on a topic of taxonomy, that is family Anonaceae. Before proceeding, let me introduce myself to you. Myself, I am Dr. Jyoti S. Uppar, working as Associate Professor in Department of Botany and PG Studies, Government Science College Autonomous, Ruputunga Road, Bangalore. Let us look into the classification of family Anonaceae. As per Bentham and Hooker system of classification, it belongs to division Angiospermae, class Dicotyledonnae, subclass Polypetalae, series Thalamiflorae, order Renales. As per Engler and Prandtl system of classification, it belongs to division Embryophyta Siphonogamma, subdivision Angiospermae, class Dicotyledonnae, subclass Archiclamidae, order Renales. Let us look into the distribution and the size of this family. This family comprises approximately 135 genera and about 2500 species, which are distributed in the tropical and the subtropical countries of the world. Out of this, 28 genera and 124 species have been reported in India. Now let us look into the general characteristics of this family. Habit: plants are evergreen or they may be deciduous, terrestrial, perennial trees, shrubs. Few of them are lianas. Oil ducts are also present. Root is taproot. It is deep and extensively branched. Stem is aerial, erect, solid, branched, woody. In some cases it may be even lianas. The leaves are simple, exstipulate, petiolate, alternate, disticus, entire margin and acute apex, and the leaves are gland dotted. Now this is a pic of the custard apple, Annona squamosa. So here you can see the twig. You can see the leaves are simple, they are petiolate, they are exstipulate, showing reticulate venation, entire margin, acute apex. Then this is the LS of the flower. You can see over here the floral axis or a thalamus is conical. It is not flat, but it is conical thalamus. And you can see that these are the floral whorls, that is the perianth or the calyx and the corolla. And above that, on the conical thalamus are present the stamens. These stamens are many in number and they are present in a spiral manner. Above the stamens are present the carpels. Here also, like Magnoliaceae, carpels are many in number and they are free from each other. So it is called as Apocarpus gynoecium. So carpels are arranged in a spiral manner on the elongated thalamus. Now this is a pic which is showing the conical thalamus on which are arranged the stamens, and above the stamens are present the carpels. This is the pic showing the LS of a single carpel, which is unilocular with a single ovule, and this is the pic of the floral diagram of Annona squamosa. Now let us look into the floral characters. Inflorescence is solitary, axillary. Sometimes you will find that these inflorescences are directly borne on the stem. Then they are called as cauliflorous. The flowers are complete, actinomorphic, bisexual, hypogynous, and they are aromatic. These flowers are called as spirocyclic. This is because the calyx and the corolla, they are present in the form of the whorls, that is in a cyclic manner, whereas the androecium, which is made up of stamens, and the gynoecium, which is made up of carpels, are present on the conical thalamus in a spiral manner. Such a flower, which is showing both the cyclic as well as the spiral manner, is called as spirocyclic. Now let us look into the individual whorls. Calyx, sepals are 3, they are sepaloid, they are free from each other, so polycephalous. Sometimes they may be fused at the base, so it is called as connate at the base, and they show valvate estivation. Corolla, petals are 6 in 2 whorls of 3 each. It may be valvate or it may be slightly imbricate. Sometimes what happens is the calyx and corolla may be undifferentiated to form the perianth. So there may be 2 to 3 whorls of perianth. Now let us look into the gynoecium. Carpels are many in number. They are free from each other. So apocarpus, and they are spirally arranged on the conical receptacle, and they are superior. Each carpel is unilocular. Ovules are 1 to many. Anatropous style is short or absent, and stigma is small or simple. Fruit is an aggregate of berries which is all united to form a single compound fruit, for example in case of custard apple or Annona squamosa. Androecium, stamens are many in number, and they are spirally arranged on convex receptacle. Filaments are short, anthers are diathecous, and they are long, extrorse, and the connective is extended beyond the anthers. It forms a hood, and it is called as truncate connective. Seeds are large, they are many, and they are embedded in a copious white fleshy pulp. Endosperm is present in the seed, and this endosperm is ruminate type of endosperm. Pollination is entomophilous. Flora formula, you can see it is actinomorphic, bisexual. Calyx is 3, corolla is 3 plus 3. Androecium is infinite, gynoecium is infinite and free and superior. Kindly excuse this, this is not correct. Now let us look at the distinguishing characteristics of family Annonaceae. Plants are trees, shrubs or lianas. Oil ducts are present. Leaves are simple, alternate, exstipulate, disticus and gland dotted. Flowers are trimerous, bisexual, actinomorphic, hypogynous with conical thalamus. Perianth, outer whorl of 3 tepals are connate, inner 1 or 2 whorls are fleshy. Androecium, stamens are many, they are free, anthers are diathecous, adnate, fleshy and truncate connective. Gynoecium, carpels are many, they are free, apocarpus, spirally arranged on convex thalamus. Fruit is an etary of berries. Ruminate type of endosperm is present, and this is the floral formula. Let us look into a few plants of economic importance. Annona squamosa, this is our sitaphala or the custard apple, also known as sugar apple. Here the fruits are edible, and the leaves are also medicinal, and the seeds over here, they are used as anti-hermetic. Annona reticulata, this is the ramphara called as bullock's heart. The fruits are edible and medicinal. Artabotrys odoratissimus, lang lang, this is an ornamental plant. Essential oil is extracted from the flowers, and it is used in food and flavoring industry. It is also used in perfume industry. Polyalthia longifolia, this is our own Ashoka tree, which is grown as an avenue tree. This is actually not the true Ashoka, it's actually the false Ashoka. So these are the pics of Annona squamosa, that is custard apple. These are the flowers of Annona squamosa. This is Annona reticulata, that is ramphara, and this is odoratissimus. This is Artabotrys odoratissimus, lang lang, with very beautiful flowers, and this is the Ashoka tree, Polyalthia longifolia, the flowers and the fruits. Now let us look at the economic importance of family Annonaceae. Food. The fleshy fruits of genus Annona, they are juicy and they are edible, and they are used in the preparation of soft drinks as well as in jellies. Timber. The wood of Polyalthia longifolia, they are used in the preparation of boxes, matchboxes, then pencils, then Boccagia virgata, Boccagia laurifolia, Cyathocalyx zelanicus, Dugutia quitarensis, Oxandra lanceolata, and Eupomecia laurina. These are all the timber yielding plants of family Ananaceae. Oil. Madagascar oil is extracted from the flowers of Desmos chinensis, and this is used in perfume preparation. So some of the plants are grown as ornamental. Artabatrus, Artabotrys, Odoratissimus, and Annona discolor are grown as garden plants. So this is the session summary, and these are the references that are used for preparation of this presentation. Thank you.